Appreciate all of you being here today. Certainly, I think, based on my history as a federal prosecutor and a judge and attorney general of the state of Florida, I think the roles in which you are volunteering to serve and have accepted these nominations are some of the most important roles in our government, especially at this moment in time when so many people believe, so many Americans believe that the Department of Justice and agencies within it have been used to unfairly target those that may hold a different political preference or persuasion. It is so important for the stability and consistency and long-term success of this nation to have people like you, patriots passionate about this country and its founding principles in these roles, to assure Americans that we are going to bring this back to a place where Americans can trust that you are the institution of the Department of Justice is a shield protecting not only American safety, but their inalienable rights. Do you believe at its core that is one of the missions that you will fulfill? And I'll ask each of you to answer, please.
Thank you very much for the question, Senator, and I greatly appreciated the ability to work with you and your staff when I was in the State Attorney General's office on many important issues.
Oh, and let me just pause right here. I know that you said that you equally adored the two Missouri Attorney Generals, but you never said which Attorney General on the dais you liked and respected the most, and you know...
There's only one here right now.
You can always go with Florida. It doesn't have to be your home state.
There are many wonderful public servants in the room, and I respect them all greatly. And in response to your question, yes, I don't think I can improve on the way that this principle is expressed in the quotations from President Trump's inaugural address that I referenced in my opening statement.
Mr. Reitz.
I 100% agree with you, Senator Moody.
Ms. Dillon.
And Senator, I would agree with you as well.
At this time, without objection, I would like to introduce for the record a letter from all 4 women Republican attorneys general, my former colleagues, where they voiced support for you, Ms. Dillon, and we'll enter that into the record without objection. One of the things that they highlighted, and I noted that we share this in common, and most people don't know this about you because they hear what's only pushed and highlighted within the media, but as a young lawyer and continuing through this day, you have, without charge, free of charge, using your skills as an attorney and for pro bono, defended victims, sought justice for victims of sex trafficking and domestic violence. I remember after working long days at my law firm, going and sitting at the courthouse and helping victims of domestic violence. I believe that shows your heart for protecting the most vulnerable in their time of need that may not understand how to navigate the court system and understand that the court system is there for their protection. And I believe that's what you will bring in heart and spirit and passion to this role. To that end, you've spoken to this. As Attorney General, I was one of the first to request that a large corporation be investigated for discrimination for some of their hiring practices using racial quotas. I also brought suit, one of the first of the kind in the nation, when pregnancy crisis centers were being firebombed and threatening messages were being written on them to make sure that we were protecting the life of those that are pro-life or protecting the rights of pro-life Americans. Many of these duties would fall under the DOJ. I hope that you will go back and review where that might not have been done under the last administration, and do you assure this body and this committee that you will make every effort to do what this government is intended to do, why it was set up to be a government of the free people, first and foremost, to protect our rights. Will you confirm for this body that you will make sure that every American is protected under your tenure and leadership?
Senator, thank you for that question, and I'm deeply touched by the support from the women attorneys general, and it is an issue dear to my heart. But absolutely, as I mentioned, my entire legal career has spoken to the fact that protecting the rights of the defenseless and following the law and enforcing those civil rights laws has and will be a passion of mine and a top priority to make sure that the defenseless and those who look to the United States for justice will certainly have an open door in the Civil Rights Division.
Thank you so much. And under 5 minutes, I am concluding my questioning as a model for all of my colleagues. All right, we will now turn it over to Senator Padilla.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I was hoping you'd confer to me your extra 15 seconds, but
Not a chance.
colleagues,